man, it'll happen, man. You never seen me speak on the Pookies and Tyrones. Man, I got videos from 2017 on Pookies and Tyrones. I haven't talked about it lately. I think I did some on Pookie and Ray Rays and Tyrones. I got a video called the Tyrone Effect. If you haven't seen it, I got a couple videos on the Tyrone Effect. You look it up and check it out. This Tyrone Effect, which is basically anytime you're dating, I'll run it down to you, those of you who aren't familiar with the Tyrone Effect, which I coined that. I coined that like back in 2012 when I, kind of 2010. Shoot, that was like 11 years ago when I came across that concept. The Tyrone Effect for you dudes that are out in the dating games and you trying to show a woman a good time. You know what I'm saying? You come across a beautiful woman, you're trying to show her a good time. Tyrone is in the cut somewhere, maybe even at home while she's out with you. You're whining and dining her, and you go home, and she tells you she had a good night, gives you a nice church hug, sends you on your way, and you may go home disappointed. Tyrone is sitting at home playing Call of Duty, maybe getting lit, waiting for her to come back. As soon as she comes back, and she may even gotten some takeout from wherever you took her to eat at, a nice 5-star restaurant. She brings the takeout home to Tyrone, and Tyrone proceeds to blow her back out. While you're sitting there just thinking of the next date and how you're gonna, you're planning your life out with her and having kids and all these other things while she's, emotionally attached to Tyrone. Meanwhile, Tyrone doesn't give a damn about her. Tyrone is probably banging other women on the side and things like that. And that's how it goes. That's part of the Tyrone Effect. But the other part of the Tyrone Effect is you're constantly, it's a cycle. This whole chase thing, it's a cycle. We're always chasing after somebody who doesn't feel the same way about us, right? We're always going after someone who doesn't feel the same way. It's an unrequited desire. I'm chasing after this woman. This woman isn't feeling me like this, but she wants to be with Tyrone. Tyrone doesn't want to be with her. Tyrone just uses her as sex, but Tyrone may be trying to get with his baby mama, but his baby mama's not feeling with him like that, and she's chasing after this other guy. So it's just a constant cycle, which I call the Tyrone Effect, and that's just the way it is. We're always chasing after somebody who doesn't feel the same way about us, and it's weird. It's that way that life is just like that. You know what I mean? At least in my estimation, from what I've experienced in talking to people, you know what I mean? That's how it is. So how can the unrequited desire effect be fixed? Oh, that's a good question. So I ain't being Tyrone's stepdad, these kids. So you can't fix. Only way you can fix an attachment you have to somebody is to walk away. You can't make anybody be with you that doesn't want to be with you, right? You can chase somebody after a certain amount of time, but the quickest way, most times, the quickest way to get someone's attention is to remove yours. And if that doesn't work, then, as they say, you'll get someone better. That person is just not meant to be with you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't chase. People keep chasing people. That's the problem. We keep chasing people that really don't want to be with us. You know what I'm saying? The more you chase people, the more you push them away. The more you put that person on a pedestal, and this whole law of attraction thing, when it comes to relationships and people, it's not the same. It's completely different with the law of attraction. You have to detach yourself completely from that person, regardless of how much it hurts. So that's where that unrequited desire, you won't really fix it, but you kind of have your dignity, because you can only do it to a certain point. Or you can do like Erykah Badu says. You can keep chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing and humiliating yourself, chasing this person, humiliating yourself until finally that light bulb goes off and you evolve. As she says, you'll evolve and then you no longer, will have this desire for this person anymore. Lots of good people get slept on due to that. I was telling a young lady earlier, like I said, when we had the live, women are allowed to mess up a lot more with dating than men are. Like a man, you can say the wrong thing to a woman, and especially if she got options, a lot of times she'll ghost your ass real quick. But a woman can mess up several times, and guys, we'll let that shit slide. Women, not so much. Women have placeholders like men. Women will date the nice guy because they're easier to deal with, and unfortunately, women will date the nice guy to have something to do, and she'll fantasize that fairy tale that Tyrone would do what the nice guy is doing. That's where the fantasy comes in. She'll take the pictures. She'll be at dinner with this guy. Like this is, the nice guy will be giving her some culture, showing her some different things. In the back of her mind, she's knowing Tyrone will never do this, but she's fantasizing in her mind that he would. But if he did, he would cease to be Tyrone, if that makes sense. Yeah, women are weird. But hey, Tyrone Effect, aka the Alpha Widow, pull back and change the dynamic. Don't cast pearls before a swine. This means to not give things to people who don't appreciate you or what you do. If you're chasing, that means they're running. Exactly. Women have been mistakenly led to believe that they are prized and they are not. I mean, it's by default. Girls are taught that they're princesses. You know what I'm saying? They're princesses, and they, and it's not to throw women under the bus, because women are one of the, if not one of the greatest creations ever. But it's just the way being raised in society and, social media. Men throw good women away all the time for the same women they're complaining about now because they don't look a certain way. That's facts. Women will most likely date the nice guy after having kids. With the bad boys, yep. I've seen women hate us the same way that other races hate us. No one should have to take that, but it's difficult when so many use their experience to play. We like equality too. Girls purposely do things to make you chase them too. The Disney effect of princesses and lies. Yep, debatable. JR, if there are more women than men, why do dudes act so thirsty behind them? Yeah, it's the dude's fault though. KP, it's the dude's fault. Dudes create the environment. They set the trends in the market. It's the men that are doing it. No such thing as good or bad women. They're either submissive and cooperative or they aren't. Why do dudes act so thirsty behind them? that I don't know, man. That's how it is. It's the way the game is, man. It's the way the game is, unfortunately, and that's how it's going to be. With time we'll all see, man, because everybody's going to get old. That's for sure. So that's why they say love the one you love, I guess.